Good afternoon, everyone. How's it going? Friday afternoon, bordering on Friday evening. This is usually when I would talk about an injury report for an upcoming Seahawks game. And usually it would be the final injury report, but, well, things are a little different this week since we play on Monday. So we actually have one more injury report to cover tomorrow, but I thought in lieu of anything else particularly pressing to discuss, I'd go ahead and talk about our Friday injury report anyway. So we're going to go over this list here. Keep in mind that designations have not really been handed out yet. We don't know who's likely to play. We don't know who's unlikely to play. We don't know who's out. And we don't know who's 100% fine. This is just based off purely who practiced today. And tomorrow, after we get the final injury report, I will go ahead and make a video about that. But why not go over this as well? So, today, some interesting things happened at practice. Most notably, and possibly most alarmingly, although it's too early to really get alarmed about this, would be DK Metcalf. When you take a look at this injury report from Friday, or, this practice report, as it were, DK Metcalf not practicing today raises some alarm bells, I think. We know that DK's been playing through an injury and is not 100% right now. We know that he's been working through it and for the most part has played fine despite it. He's been productive. But is it maybe getting worse? Is it something that's going to kind of degenerate as the season goes on until he actually gets some time off? Does he need some minor surgery? I don't know. But him not practicing on Friday is definitely a cause for some concern. The other three players listed here on the did not participate in practice list today are not anything too surprising. Alex Collins and Damian Lewis. I've already said I don't think either guy will play on Monday. I hope they both will because they're good players, obviously, but I wasn't optimistic about Collins or Lewis against the Saints. And Darrell Taylor, the current belief seems to be that he will play on Monday night. The fact that he didn't practice today is a possible indication that he won't. But as far as I'm concerned, that's fine. Like, Darrell Taylor has some really good years ahead of him in the NFL. I don't need him to play in a game against the Saints that I kind of feel like we're beating our heads into a brick wall on anyway. So if Taylor needs to take a game, then by all means, Mr. Taylor, take a game. All right. Beyond that, Brandon Shell was limited in practice, but I have very little doubt that he's going to play. Maybe he won't be fully effective. Maybe he'll even get injured in the middle of the game. He's certainly injury prone during his short stint in Seattle, but he will probably at least suit up and start on Monday night. And full participation in practice, so these guys are probably in the clear, include his backups, Ogbuehi and Jamarco Jones. Jamarco Jones is the backup for a lot of people, and Sidney Jones the fourth. Now, I personally hope that Sidney Jones doesn't really see the field anymore because I want to see what Brown and DJ can do the rest of the season. But if you wanted that depth, if you wanted somebody back there who wasn't just a complete off-the-street rando, then it sounds like Sidney Jones is okay after that concussion against the Steelers and would be ready to go in theory. And that's really it for the practice report. I think we're all looking at this DK Metcalf thing right now and going, oh dear, because this offense has enough problems right now. This offense has enough bad without DK Metcalf needing to miss a game. So hopefully this situation clears up tomorrow. All right, and real quick, let's take a look at the Saints injury report from today just to get a full picture here. So they had a handful of players not practice, including Dwayne Washington, who doesn't really do that much for them. Deontay Harris, however, does. He's actually made a couple big plays for them so far this year. He's got like 250 receiving yards this season, including a long touchdown in the Saints' last game. And he did not practice today with a hamstring injury. If they don't have him, that's actually somewhat significant. Taysom Hill did not practice with his concussion. And concussions being what they are, we're going through it right now with the Dwayne Eskridge stuff. We know that it can linger on for a while and cause a player to miss more games than you would have assumed. So Taysom Hill not playing potentially is significant because even though I kind of find the whole Taysom Hill thing to be goofy, they do use him, and they do use him somewhat effectively. So that matters. And these next two, I have no doubt they're going to play. Chris Hogan and their punter. Peyton Turner did not practice, and he's their rookie that they drafted in the most recent draft that mystified a lot of people, myself included. He's played a little bit so far this season, and he hasn't been bad, so not having him actually does matter at least a little bit. So we'll see what he does tomorrow, but Peyton Turner's actually been part of their defensive rotation when healthy, and he hasn't been invisible or anything, so that's a significant loss if it is indeed a loss. Other than that, the only things of note here would be a couple of their offensive linemen who haven't been there lately anyway. So, Teron Armstead was starting at the start of the season. He started the first two games in full, and then in their third game, I think it was, or no, maybe it was their fourth game, he got injured and has not been back since. So, Teron Armstead, they're kind of used to not having him. It sounds like he's slowly starting to work his way back and might get a chance to be back for this game. This might be his first game back, but they're used to not having him at this point to a certain extent, so it's not a death sentence. Eric McCoy's the same thing. He was going to be part of their offensive line at the start of the season at center, and then he got hurt really quickly, really early in the season, and is only just now trying to get back into the starting lineup after a calf injury. No, excuse me. So the that's the extent of the Saints injury report. Marshawn Lattimore and Malcolm Roach are certainly going to play, and Malcolm Roach, whatever. Marshawn Lattimore is obviously a big one, but there's no reason to believe that there's any chance he won't play in Monday night. So this is not trivial by any stretch of the imaginations. Taysom Hill is a part of what they do on offense. So is Deontay Harris, and part of their offensive line is beat up, and even Peyton Turner plays a role in that defense, but it's a little more cheery than our injury report going into this game. By the way, this wasn't something that was on the injury report because, well, he practiced in full today and is not reporting any kind of injury. Rashad Penny looks like he's ready to go for Monday night. So for the little bit of time that we might get to enjoy him, let's try to enjoy him because somewhere in there is a decent NFL player. Somewhere in there. You just have to look really hard and really closely to find it. So with Alex Collins not practicing today, a very good chance we see a lot of Penny. And I'll say it again. I don't think Collins is going to play in that Monday night game, even if he gets in a little bit of practice tomorrow. So that's really all I got for this video, guys. I will see you guys later tonight. Huskies stream. Come check it out. Peace out, Go Hawks. Comment away. See you guys later.